There is one addiction out there that is significantly worse than porn and is significantly worse than every single other addiction. If you don't know me, my name is Krishna. I help young men quit their porn addictions, and I do that by teaching the lessons that I personally learned throughout my journey of quitting porn. Let's do just a little bit of analysis here first. What was my environment like when I was most addicted to porn? So this was 2020, around 2021, 2022, 2023, around there, right? Between 2019, 2023 was when I was most addicted. Now, what was going on in my household during that time? The thing that was going on in my household during that time was something called narcissistic abuse, right? So narcissistic abuse is a little bit different than any other form of abuse. Obviously, this is not about comparing abuse and deciding which one's worse or which one's better. But narcissistic abuse is when a person that with NPD, right, narcissistic personality disorder, is when they abuse you physically, mentally, psychologically, sexually, whatever it is, right? For me, it was more physically and psychologically as well as a big part of narcissistic abuse. And so when you're in an environment where one time it looks your dad is happy and he's happy to see you and he's playful and he's cheery, and then the next moment, literally the next moment, he's shouting, he's screaming, he's punching you, he's throwing you against the wall, right? These are things that would happen. There's a lot of gaslighting, there's a lot of manipulation, there's a lot of, oh no, I didn't abuse you, that didn't happen, right? There's a lot of just dismissal like that. You're constantly just walking on eggshells, basically, whenever you're interacting with them. And it's confusing. It is really, really confusing. I remember it was really, really confusing for me because I was like, I didn't know what was real. I know that might sound weird, but it's just, I thought I was crazy. I thought I had no idea what was real at all. I didn't know whether the love that I was receiving was real. I didn't know any of this stuff. When you're in that environment of abuse, trauma, you need something to cling on to. The thing that is worse than every other addiction, including porn, is the addiction that we all have, all of us have this, to escape. Escapism. That is worse because, and I'll explain why. When bad stuff happens to us, when we're going through bad things, we don't know how to cope properly. We don't know how to deal with it emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever. We don't know. That combined with the fact that we have an inherent need for love and connection, real love and connection. And those aren't bad needs at all. Those are actually extremely healthy, right? We want those needs in order to, we need them, literally. That's why they're called needs. We need them in order to be happy, healthy human beings. The problem is, when you're not getting that from the people that you're supposed to get it from, where are you going to find it? Porn was the closest thing for me. I used that as a way to fulfill a need for me, and I used it as a way to escape what I was going through at the time. The thing is that it's rarely the addiction that's the problem, it's what you are using the addiction to run away from. That's the real problem. That's the real issue. The thing is that when you're addicted to escape, then you're addicted to everything else. You're addicted to every other way that you can escape from it. Porn, video games, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is. That is the one thing that leads to every other form of addiction. Your actionable step for this video is I want you to go and ask yourself, what are the things that you're avoiding, that you are using porn to get away from? What is it? Is it a tough family environment? Is it loneliness? Is it poor mental health? what is the thing that you're running away from? And it's usually the thing that when you ask yourself that question, that you don't want to face it subconsciously, what that thing is that you should be facing but aren't. I want you to ask that question. What are you using porn to run away from? What am I using porn to run away from, right? Because once you start asking that question, the first step to quitting, the first step to healing all this is awareness, right? It's being able to have a little bit of humility and say, this is what I'm running away from. It starts with that. If you find that these free videos are helpful for you, and you want to learn the exact step-by-step system that you can use, that I personally use to quit porn, then you can click the link in the description down below if you want to check it out. I hope this video helped you, bro. Take care.